I am a really big fan of Shit Happens When You Party Naked.
Who that is my baby daddy? Who that is my baby daddy?
That was retarded as shit.
Horrible.
Get them titties out. Get them kitties out. Get them cooters out. Get them pooters out. Shit happens when you party naked. Shit happens when you party naked. Get them titties out. Get them kitties out. Get them cooters out. Get them pooters out. Shit happens when you party naked.
Hello and welcome to the Roast of Jason Alme. My name is Chris Wutzke and I'll be your host this evening. Now, most of you know Jason Alme from his podcast, Shit Happens When You Party Naked, where he's gained fame and notoriety by explaining how he couldn't get his wife pregnant and how he had to jerk off into cups and whatnot. I'm happy to finally say that after all this time, his wife is indeed pregnant. And I am still so honored that he asked me, despite being the father, to host you guys tonight. Seriously, though, Jason, I fucking love you, brother. I'm so glad that podcasting has crossed our paths and that I'm able to be here tonight to host your 1-year podcast anniversary celebration. So here's to many more successful years of dick jokes, dickheads, and dick cakes.
Cheers.
Salud.
Salud.
There's not much else I can say about Jason Alme that he hasn't already said about himself, so we'll get things going here, and I'll hand over the reins to our roasters. And let me tell you, we got some serious fucking winners in the house tonight. We have a schizophrenic Australian, a racially confused Republican, a couple of redneck wrestlers, and even a kid that lives in his parents' basement, just to name a few. So strap on, because it's about to get spicy, and no, Amanda, I said strap in, not strap on. Oh. First up, we have one of my favorite people in podcasting today. He's the host of the Po' Boys podcast, which is fitting since it's broadcast from an Arkansas trailer park. You can find Jody on SoundCloud with all the other white guys with face tattoos, though the argument can be made that Jody has the best one of the bunch. Let's give a warm welcome to the Harvey Dent of podcasting, that motherfucker Jody B.
Fire flame, flame, fire flame, fire flame, flame, fire flame. Bitch, we the business, $100 million. Bitch, we the business, $100 million. Fire flame.
Hello, everybody. My name is Jody B. And I'm here for blood. First of all, let's have a warm round of applause for our panel this evening.
Oh shit, that's hot.
That's right. Here tonight, we have the nastiest, hairiest, most perverse, foul, disease-ridden piece of gutter filth ever shat out of a sniz in the Southland. Blunt Mommy, everybody. That's right. I bet her pussy tastes like Camel cigarettes, Tabasco sauce, and frog farts. She just loves dick. You know that. She bought her own. As a matter of fact, a 10-inch dildo. Now, the only thing looser than Louisiana's drinking laws is her future fiance's butthole.
Oh, shit.
God. Fiance. When he farts, it sounds like a sigh. Speaking of gaping assholes, Dave Chaffey is here. That's right. Old crocodile Dumb D himself. Dave seems like a nice guy. He really does. But honestly, I don't know what would kill him faster, a tiger snake or a flight of stairs. The heavyweight chumps are here. Obviously. You can't miss either one of those motherfuckers. Their blood type might be ranch.
It's Hershey, asshole.
Speaking of ranch, would it kill you to eat a fucking salad? Do you sweat when you think? Fuck.
Yes.
In all seriousness, they're great guys, and they used to be a big part of the wrestling community, and it's really sad now that they couldn't still do that, because I feel like we would have the world's next best tag team duo, heart attack and diabetes, the natural causes.
It's diabetes.
Diabetes. Yeah.
Randal Fowler is here. Boy, he's a big, scary-looking motherfucker, ain't he? Kind of like if Santa Claus lived in Compton. What's up, motherfucker? You want to get that smoke? Relax, Honky Kong. I'm just trying to get extra pickles on my fucking cheeseburger. But I figured it out. He's in great shape. He's got a fat dick. Just ask him. But here's the drawback. He's from Alabama, so basically he's retarded. About as dumb as a football bat.
True that.
But here's the deal. Honestly, if he ever gets sideways with you, I figured him out. Just give him a bunny. He'll start petting it. Then shoot him in his fucking head.
That was violent.
Hey, Riley. That's from Of Mice and Men, Riley. That's a book. Used to read them back when we went to school.
Oh, yeah. Thank you.
Chris Wutzke was a rapper once. Let that sink in. This dude can barely fucking talk. It's bad when a person leaves a shithole like Chicago to go to an even worse city like Tampa. Could you imagine referring to yourself as a Tampan, like some kind of Minnesota health teacher? Now he's all on his show, talking all ghetto and shit, looking like a 6-foot midget. He sells booze professionally, which is kind of ironic because he looks like a walking pamphlet for fetal alcohol syndrome. Which brings me to the man of the hour. This motherfucker right here. Jason Alme. How you doing, buddy? You settled in? You feeling good?
Good, yeah. Feeling great.
Awesome. Jason Alme is so creepy and narcissistic that he jerks off to his own baby pictures. Also, he uses shoe polish when he jerks off to make his dick look bigger. His balls smell really bad. His balls smell terrible because he fucks dogs. Mine once. In the ass. What a cunt.
Where else?
It's kind of like, he looks like if Al Snow fucked Alan Jackson and then moved to Vermont or Connecticut or whatever frozen, depressing, white folk wasteland of Ugg boots, Dodge Neons, and crystal meth that he lives in now.
Hard.
He's been trying to get his wife pregnant, which wasn't going great. But newsflash, here's why. It's because he's as gay as shit on a mustache. Jason Alme's the kind of guy that would butt fuck his own father if it meant not looking into a woman's eyes when he busts a nut. He coined the phrase, it's only gay if your balls touch, which is why every time he's getting cornholed missionary style, he holds his balls up with one hand, and with the other one, he pushes his own head onto some Brazilian bodybuilder's vascular stank dangle. Blah, blah, blah. I'm really not even sure why we're here tonight. Some fucking show with this wordy douchebag and his twit wife. And by the way, the ladies were giving me a little bit of shit about not including them. So, Duchess, Brooke, all you pushy bitches were supposed to do was get all the guys drinks and laugh at our jokes. Nobody cares what you think. Just blabbing on about being fair and sucking dick and shit. Gross. No, No, not shitting. No, not shitting. That's not gross. I mean, lady podcasters. To be honest with you, I would rather cut my own dick off than cut it in half and jam it into my own ears before I listen to your hot takes on the fucking Bachelor. The nerve of this motherfucker. Hey guys, I did something for 2 years straight. Big deal. I think you only get a coin for that in AA, right? Why don't you grow up, you fucking drunk? Basically, this whole fucking network is a bunch of white bread, corn-fed cunts trying to act gangster. Well, check it out. I've been on welfare. I caught a felony charge and have been shot. I'm more gangster than any of you faggots. So on behalf of the world, knock it off. Or I'm going to have to hop in my mobile home and make my way around the country and butt fuck each and every one of you in the face.
Shit, we'd be first, we're closest.
But seriously, I've really enjoyed getting to know all of y'all and your crews, and it's really nice to find folks that are as fucked up as yourself and me myself. And the reason I found all of you was Jason Alme. He's a great guy. He's an entertaining son of a bitch, and I consider him a friend. I've also heard now the good news, so he's going to be a great dad, I'm sure, to a Polish midget. Thanks for keeping it real, motherfuckers.
Ow! Yeah, Jody.
Where that heat.
Our next guest is quite possibly the reason that all the koalas in Australia have chlamydia. Allegedly, he's married, but I'm not sure why he's screwing the wildlife, but who the hell knows what's real and what's just a figment of his depraved imagination. Let's hear it for the latest person trying to ride Blunt Mommy to the top. Give it up for Dave Chaffey, the man brain.
Hi. I'm not Dave. I'm sorry. Nigel gave me some jokes. And said that Blunt Mummy would bite me right up the asshole if I didn't do it. She's scary. So here goes. Jason. You were temporarily infertile from steroid abuse, right? Then managed to magically become fertile again. Really? Look, it's so wonderful that Christina is pregnant, but come on, who's the real father? I've noticed that your wife's Samuel L. Jackson impression has got a lot better recently. So maybe that's a clue. Have you also noticed, Jason, that your little white dingaling isn't even touching the sides anymore?
Oh God!
Oh yeah. Hey, what the fuck? Oh, God damn it, Brian! Have you passed out? You're not back on the gear again, are you? Okay, well we'll leave him, shall we? No one wants to hear any more from stuttering Brian. I guess I'll have to do the rest of the spot myself then. We were hoping to feed Brian to the wolves for this roast. Let the divide and conquer crew from the northeast have at him with their savagery. That's the group led by Jason and some stoner guy. Yeah, this is a crew who are so edgy they talk about offensive comedy rather than make offensive comedy. Even worse, they agreed with some of the left-hard bullshit rules about what people can and can't say. Did anyone else think that was a bit weird? Rah! Move over, Dave. Hey, Jason, Your Australian accent is so bad, it's worse than Meryl Streep in Evil Angels. A dingo took my baby. A dingo took my... Yeah, your accent is such a crime to humanity that a dingo should take your baby. And what's with this ruling about using the N-word, even in rap music? Fucking bullshit. My favourite rap song is Gangsta Gangsta by NWA. Do I look like a motherfucking role model? To a kid looking up to me, life ain't nothing but bitches and money. Because I'm the kind of... Rah! Get off me, Dave. Fuck ya, you goopy custard cuntard. Rah! Wow, skullfucker, that was close. That banned word. Ooh. Anyway, I've wheeled him out and locked his wheels so he won't come in and invade the mic again. Okay, let me look at the rest of the types of jokes that Nigel compiles for Brian. PJ and his Sinking Ship podcast. Ben's an uneducated retard. Duchess only talks about sucking dick. Joe is not even a podcaster. Blunt Mummy's a whore. Randall's dumb. Riley's a boy. Adam... Wait, who's Adam? I'm not going to do all those standard hacky roast jokes. Other lesser talents, I'm sure, have got that covered tonight. We get it. We get it. Heavyweight chumps are fat. Really, really, really fat. Anyone else? Anyone got anything else on these guys? The powder blue crew, other than fat jokes? No? But yeah. Back to Jason. Hey, Jason, we know how much you just love to spend hours and hours and hours over editing your podcast. Are you going to edit out all of Brian's stuttering for the podcast release of this show? I dare you, buddy. Spend hours and hours on that. And make sure, hey, Jason, make sure you edit out all of this crunching as well. Yeah.
Did somebody invite the Hood Diner?
Trust me to find a way to eat during this roast, the fat fuck that I am. You like that, Jason? You triggered it all? Doesn't bother you?
Doesn't bother me.
No?
Nah. Doesn't bother me. Nah.
All good.
Nah. No.
Hey, Jason.
No.
I think you'll have better luck being a Mark Chopper Reed impersonator than a podcaster. Chopper is the Australian gangster turned entertainer, now dead. Deader than that comedy is dead podcast idea that the Northeast crew, let's say, borrowed.
Oh.
Yeah, they borrowed that idea. Anyway.
That's accurate.
Anyway, to be Chopper, old Chop, all you got to do is slice up them pretty ears of yours, get tatted up, and work on your accent for years and years, and yeah, even more working on your comedy timing. If that sounds harrowing, then it's nothing compared to your episode with those college comedy improv guys. Holy fuck, dude. I'd rather get fisted elbow deep by my former co-host Hank and get his thumb ring stuck right up me freckle than have to sit through that one again. Remember that episode? Whoa.
Unfortunately. They're watching this right now.
But Jason, you do like those young boys, don't you? We've all noticed. Jason and his string of barely legal college boys. What's the deal with that? What does Jason fantasize about doing to those wide-eyed, tight-butted young men? His current favourite is one of the roasters tonight. Speaking of people who over-edit the fuck out of their shows and fist elbows deep, thanks, Jody B, for being the first lamb to the slaughter for the Northeast Divide and Conquer crew, who are going to take the rest of us down with their superior faux edgy comedy.
Faux edgy.
Jody B is 100% correct. He is the only real gangster in our group. And yes, he also has the IQ of the average gangster. About 85, well below average. Anyway, Most of you know that Jody was shot in the face in a hunting accident by a baby deer. Yes, he was outsmarted by a baby deer. What many of you don't know is that the deer now has a podcast called Dear Jody, I'm going to finish what I started. And I hate to say it, but it's better than your podcast. But and God damn it, does that deer manage to pull the guests and release regularly too. Last week she had on Doe Restay and Alexander Stagsgard from True Blood with musical guest Buck. That's some solid fucking wordplay. and I hear that the deer is very, very close to getting comedian Bert Kreischer. I pay attention. But this is supposed to be a classic comedy roast, right? That's really a key feature of the indie podcasting community, isn't it? Originality. Okay. Well, in that case, let me just Google something quickly. All right. Googling away. Okay, what do we got here? All right, how about this one? People say you're the next Audrey Hepburn. Does that scare you, knowing you're going to die of colon cancer? So that was Sarah Silverman to Jennifer Love Hewitt. But yeah, Sarah Silverman. Oh, yeah, Sarah Silverman. Isn't it funny that Sarah and Louis C.K. were great friends? And she let him jerk off in front of her, no worries, just part of being in comedy. But when I make a similar offer to my best friend and co-host, Blunt Mummy, she gets this disgusted look on her face. Why? Spunk Lube is one of our sponsors after all. So this is brand integration. How about it, Amanda? Can you dress up as your new sorority character, Harper, with a purity ring, pigtails, and cheerleader outfit? No? Okay. Well, I guess we keep it professional then. Probably for the best.
Dress up like somebody's got a GED. Let's go.
It's not even your turn, PJ.
I don't know what that means, but it makes sense to you guys, so I'll keep going. but if I find out, Amanda, you're doing nasty things with Creepy Doug from Who's Right podcast, or the even creepier aforementioned Jody B, it'll really hurt my feelings. What do they have that I don't? A dick, a working dick, a job. Okay, all right. That's fair. Mind you, I'm now informed that no one good interacts with Blunt Mummy. Okay, well, that really draws the battle lines then. I guess if Jason and co call themselves the Divide and Conquer crew, they're really being true to their name. But yeah, using little Riley as their fall guy, now that Jason is probably moving on to his next boy. That's not cool.
It's funny.
Not little Riley, come on. Mr. Jean Shorts himself. But sorry, Jorts. But sorry, what am I doing? Back to Jason and some more hilarious roast jokes. Hold on. No, actually, I just remembered. Now that, I've got a major announcement to make that is pretty serious. I did some deep digging into your past, Jason, getting the contact details of all the thousands of women you've slept with. And you know how people say they've got no children that they know of? Well, yes, I'm very pleased to announce something that will rock your world. You have not one, but 2 children now in college. But I really hope you aren't going to reject them. I really hope you aren't going to reject them because they are mixed background, transgender, and not exactly skinny. I've got them on the line if you want to talk to them.
Oh, Jesus.
Hi, Daddy. Why are you so mean about trans people? It makes Bibi and me cry. Why don't you accept the 79 different genders? Why do you have so much hate in your heart? Are you going to reject us? Are you incapable of loving anything that doesn't fit within your patriarchal, heteronormative hegemony? Maybe this is all karma for you being a white supremacist. Funny that our mummy is blacker than your heart. How did that happen? Actually, we know. She told us. You made her do a slave master plantation role play because that was the only way you could get hard. That's so disgusting, Daddy. And this is Black History Month. Goodbye. Rah! I'm back. I've knocked Dave the fuck out.
Later.
Pathetic loser that he is. What the fuck is with Dave running the fuck overtime? Jesus Christ. But that was interesting about Jason. It might also explain why, Jason, you need to take boner pills now with your current partner. Man brain out.
It's okay to clap, PJ. It's okay.
I second that.
Our next roaster really needs no introduction. You may remember him marching last year with tiki torches in Charlottesville, or maybe from his aspiring career in house flipping, hoping to land a new project on HTTV, as if being the host of one shitty show isn't enough. He's Donald Trump's personal cockholster and the host of the the BickerBots podcast, Wade PJ Wilson.
Welcome, PJ.
You fucking suck.
Fuck you. Fuck you. Riley, you're cool. Fuck most of you people.
Fuck you.
I want to take a second here to appreciate our host, Chris. Chris, congrats on this whole not safe work network idea that you came up with. And
don't put that evil on me. That ain't my deal.
That's right. I started this shit, but everybody says you did, so go fuck yourself.
Well, maybe if you were around.
Oh, here we go.
Absentee father.
I'll get to Math Mario here in a minute. I got plenty of pages for this shit. All right, so I do want to thank Chris for setting this all up because Alme was too fucking lazy, busy, jerking off in cups to set up his own fucking roast. So everybody knows that Chris is a huge Bears fan, right? This is why he keeps Jason around. Have you seen that hairy motherfucker? All right.
Ooh.
Yeah.
Don't get us pulled from you two, Jason.
I didn't show nipple.
Damn, that's hideous.
No nipple.
I don't want to do this anymore. Tell Jason to fix his fucking socials. I'm tired of hearing the J, two titty, all this other bullshit.
Oh, different Jason.
And the two titty shit, I think Bobby Moore wants to see them titties more than he wants to see anybody else's titties.
It's true. He does like white tits.
So Chris does run the most successful podcast out of a trailer park. Congrats to Chris. His daughter just got engaged. She posted her pictures the other day with her and the baby alligator. It's a fucked up looking family you got there, Chris. I don't know if everybody realizes this, but I go further back with Chris than most of you people. Chris and I have a good relationship. Every morning from the gym, I text him and tell him he's fat. I send him a nice sweaty picture of myself.
It's funny because it's true.
It is true. I don't know if you guys realize this, but Chris is a pioneer. He started the beer Uber service. He drives beer all over Florida. That's where he gets his fucked up stories. He's getting all the Floridians drunk as fuck.
Not a joke, but good.
So let's talk about the Duchess for a second here.
Uh-oh.
Duchess.
Do you want to get on camera there, Dutchie?
If Chris will scoot his fat ass over.
I'm the one that created the Duchess is raw as fuck.
You sure did.
It's been said many a times. The Duchess has been quoted numerous times. Let me get it off the paper here. I would suck dick for health care.
True.
You know Obama gave everybody that shit for free, right?
Well, I have a job.
Either way. Obamacare. You ain't got to suck dick no more.
Good.
You know?
Yes, she fucking does.
That's a great couple. Jason and Christina, Riley and whatever fucking college co-ed you fucking roofie. These are the two people you want to be, right? For every Friday night, they get down together and they spend 3 hours with each other talking about all the dicks that the Duchess would suck. You can't talk for 3 hours with your spouse about all the other dicks that she would suck. Jesus Christ. Let's see here. Oh, shit. Riley. Riley's from the Plunge. The Plunge is 4 millennials sitting around a microphone, staring at it and trying to figure out what the fuck to say. I don't understand why you fuckers can't get 4 mics, but that's a whole nother story. But the way I envision it is I see 4 fucking millennials staring at a mic in the room, poking sticks at it. I'm sure you guys would do the same shit if there was a piece of pussy in the room. Just poke at it. Right?
We wouldn't know what to do if that was the situation.
So, Riley, I have not heard this, but I've heard you've been said this. You're trying to fuck Blunk Mommy. Right? I'm going to caution you against this shit, okay? Herpes is forever. Okay? You don't want to do this shit. All right? I'm not saying she's got herpes. I'm just saying she's from New Orleans. All right? Same difference, and don't talk, please. Thunder Cookie, you on mic somewhere? Bro, I know nothing about you. I did Google Thunder Cookie, though. Do you know what a Thunder Cookie is? It's when a bunch of guys get around in a circle and jerk off on a cookie, and the last one has to eat it.
Yeah, I love that game. I love that game.
That's Ookie Cookie.
Limp Biscuit.
Always on brand, PJ. Fucking
Jesus
dumbass.
Christ, Dave. Why do you have so many synonyms for it? Jesus Christ.
Fucking gay.
God damn. Let's go ahead and go to Sam PC with Adam. So, sadly, Adam's got one of the better podcasts on the network. Hate to say it, but...
Yeah, sorry to say.
But Meth Mario and Affirmative Action Luigi, I mean, they've been friends since they first started playing Oreo dicks.
If you guys didn't hear that joke 6 months ago.
Still good.
That's an evergreen joke.
Evergreen.
So what I don't understand is why you guys keep saying 27 rings. You motherfuckers are from Jersey. Okay? The biggest thing to come out of fucking Jersey is Snooki. So
that's not true. Bon Jovi.
Always got to throw Bon Jovi out there. Same stupid shit. Let's see here. Oh, so everybody remembers the Jersey Shore, right? And they all had nicknames. Little known fact that Adam was an alternate on the Jersey Shore. Does anybody know his nickname? It was Fat Kid Who Screams into the fucking microphone. If you ever listen to Sam PC, Adam doesn't let him scream.
It's my favorite nickname.
I do love Sam PC, though, for no other reason than Bobby Moore fills out our affirmative action quota for the network.
Yep.
Sam PC, the only show where a lightning round takes 45 fucking minutes.
Yeah, thanks for taking our thing, dude.
Yeah, it's not like you listen. See here. I noticed Bobby Light's not on anymore. So he finally got into that R. Kelly camp?
Yeah, they stole him, bro. He's gone. We miss him. Rest in peace.
So I got told Joe B was going to be here for this shit. So my question is this. Why the fuck is Joe B doing this? He's not even a podcaster anymore.
Oh. Thank you.
You know? But truth be told, Joe was one of the first guys I met when I started podcasting, right? Me and Joe...
Collective
it's like
groan.
the fake Marines, PJ.
Yeah, it's the fake Marines.
Like the ones you were in.
It's okay if you want to take shots at a veteran. Piece of shit. Anyway, so
9/11 was an inside job.
Joe B and I, we've been through a lot of podcast obstacles over the years. Difference is I stepped over him where Joe needed a fucking step stool. Have you guys seen Joe? He's about shorter than Dane DeVito. Shit's hilarious. So Joe used to do a show with an illegal named Billy. Billy's out building the wall right now. What a traitorous fuck. So Joe B's claim to fame and his best story that you will ever hear him tell was on #NoOffense. He talks about how he drove 3 hours across Florida to assault a crippled woman with a fucking frozen burrito. All right?
It's true.
See? It's true. Just listen to the episode. Does anybody fucking know?
I'll get at you later, Thunder.
Yeah, read out.
The girl had the good old like Forrest Gump style leg braces, and Joe B just went at it with her. Took that fucking frozen burrito to her. But let's see here. That little girl grew up to be a whore. Oh, I'm sorry. No, that says Blunt Mommy.
As predicted.
Moving into Blunt Mommy. Jesus Christ. Is anything worse than this broad's podcast? Seriously. She sounds like she's from the movie Clueless if everybody was a fucking meth head. I like dick in in and around my mouth. Like, seriously, the only thing worse than her fucking podcast is Sam PC's stand-up.
Oh.
Whoa. We're out here.
No, I'm joking. I'm kidding. There's nothing worse than her podcast.
There you go. Turn.
Married as fuck. I know nothing about your shitty podcast except for you and Alme got into a fucking Twitter fight. And then I stepped in and backed Alme. And then next thing you know is I got redneck fucking Gandalf sending me Twitter videos. That's what I get for backing up Alme, I guess. Brings us to man brain. Dave was literally one of the first podcasters I met and did a swapcast with. Let's see here. So Dave is possibly the only podcaster that's been kicked out of more Facebook groups than I have.
Yep.
All right. We've been kicked out of at least 15 different groups. That's about 5 times more downloads than most of you fuckers have.
Ooh.
All right. So Dave, I need to talk to you, bro. Your downloads weren't that great. You weren't getting the ratings you wanted. So you brought on Blunt Mommy. Yeah, that'll work. Let's see here. All right, the man of the hour, the reason we're all fucking here and I can't see my kids. Jason Alme.
You're welcome.
Jason.
Oh yeah, remember him.
It just should be in
Jason
bed
Alme
anyway.
is the loud, angry, steroid abusing, sterile man of the hour. Sorry, semi-sterile. Alme is a man of high class taste. His love for duck butter and Chinese food. So amazing that someone with such high taste has such a low sperm count.
Stupid, dude.
I do want to congratulate Aunt Christina on being pregnant. Congratulations. It's nice to be with child. Chris, he's going to make a horrible distant father.
Yay.
I can't wait to see how that redheaded baby gets treated in that steroid-infested house.
Me either.
So, Alme, you kind of ruined this last little joke here for me. I said, no matter what, don't shave that fucking face of yours. That picture you posted for the roast was amazing. A mustache like that just makes the pedophiles easier to spot.
It does.
All right, Alme. Thanks for having me on. The rest of you people, go fuck yourselves.
Good job,
thank
BJ.
you.
Yay. Good job.
BickerBotsPodcast@gmail.com.
Always on brand, baby.
So no amount of dick sucks from this next roaster is going to make up for the nearly 20 years of never replacing empty toilet paper rolls or leaving the cap off the toothpaste or making me jerk off because it's a Tuesday and she's, quote, too tired. Ladies and gentlemen, from the hashtag No Offense show, my main bitch, the Duchess.
Hi, everybody. Okay, so, hey. So, first on the spit, even though she probably chews before she swallows, everyone knows this bitch. Not so much for her podcast, but for the almost nude photos she puts on the internet. Amanda from the Blunt Mommy podcast. She likes to suck and fuck, will take it in the butt, and cleans her gaping asshole accordingly. If she's not sticking her tongue out, wearing a choker, or holding a beer, you best believe that she's getting that pussy tore up by some dude in a dark alley. We can all try to deny that she is a strong, independent woman, likes to get crazy, and needs a white strip or two, one for her ass and one for her teeth. But the one thing we can't deny is she will always need Amanda. Because she's Amanda. Hashtag single white female. All right, hold on. I got to scroll down. Hold on. I'm not a professional like y'all. Some of the motherfuckers you may know are the father and son team of Adam Simmons from Sam PC and Riley from The Plunge. Although there is an age gap, I'm having a hard time figuring out who the bigger millennial would be. We've got baby Riley Face, who lives with his parents, is probably unvaccinated, and is just waiting to spread the smallpox to the hoes he meets on J-Date. And Adam, who is old as fuck, makes pizzas for a living, and is fine with his woman being the man of the house. He gives hashtag #MeToo a whole other meaning. All I know is both these motherfuckers are out here living the hashtag white privilege life.
Too easy.
So this dude from the Po Boys podcast is just Po. When his wife sits on his face, her ass hangs halfway off the seat.
Oh, jeez.
Fucking
Good thing.
Duchess.
Fuck, that was good. That was good.
What? Come on, it's supposed to be mean, right? Good thing he can make up for it by going 4 nuggets deep in that ass. Hashtag face bang bang.
Get it, Dutchie.
All right, guys, scroll down. For my next roast, not sure what this guy's even doing here, but hey, who am I to judge? I mean, this white motherfucker named Joe B. 5'2", spitting bars out of N.E. Not sure why he's even relevant. Ain't had a podcast worth remembering. Just out here trolling the internet, throwing his 2 cents. Thinking he coming back to a family he once left. Frozen burritos, sipping mojitos, wishing he can go back to a place he once known, like working on hot tracks, making a fat snack, and hitting on bitches with bad backs. Shit, I fucked up. Show me them cards now, throw them that hard now. Show us who you really are now. Straight beast mode, making it well known. We all ready for the next episode. Anytime now, Joe. That's my roast on Joe B. Chris was worried I was gonna fuck it up.
Oh shit!
Someone play my rap.
Yeah,
board.
Chris was worried I was gonna fuck it up. I fucked it up a little bit. That's all right. So this next guy needs no introduction because everyone knows him. Well, because everyone hates him. I know he's married and has a couple kids, but if he were to have a dating profile, I would imagine it would be something like this. Hi, I'm PJ, but call me Wade for security purposes. I want a woman who will build a wall around my heart and keep it safe. You would need to stroke my ego and my dick while dressed in yoga pants, Uggs, and have a full face of makeup. If you are over 110 pounds, brunette, non-Norwegian, have any kind of self-respect, think Hillary Clinton should have been president, or think you are even close to being equal to a man, don't bother answering my ad. Threesomes with Ivanka Trump is a must. If you meet my criteria, slide into my DMs and get the Pacific Islander dick in your slender blonde snash.
Fucking nailed it.
Hashtag Trump 2020, hashtag BickerBots. But the only guy that gives PJ a run for their money is in the ego department is the guy that put this all together for himself, Jason Alme. I'm surprised and delighted that we have all made it this far with little to no interruptions. Aside from him never shutting up about himself or anything for that matter, he's a pretty cool dude. But that could also be because he's had to put his nuts on ice after all that jerking off into a cup. All that practicing paid off, though, since he was finally able to hit the uterus, or so we think. Just seems a little weird that Chris from HTNOS is up there around the time of conception. I just hope they don't come after us for child support because we can't afford that shit. Oh. Hashtag you are not the father. In all honesty, I am proud to be a part of our little podcast family, and I'm happy to have met all you dumb motherfuckers that have become such good friends. Thanks for letting me tear you all a few new assholes, you assholes.
Oh, we love you, Dutchie.
Funniest one yet.
Goddamn Dutchie.
I love you guys.
Goddamn Dutchie. We love you, Dutchie.
Too bad my set sucked. Couldn't hear
I shut up that whole time for you, too.
Well, I appreciate it, Jason.
Thought I was going to have a stroke, but I shut up.
Next up, we have Joe Bouley. Joe doesn't even have a podcast, so I'm not sure what he's doing here. Oh, wait, he's not here. I guess he couldn't be pulled away from his lucrative career as a midget rapper. I mean, I get it, though. I'm sure most of his creative prospects have kind of dried up since they're done making Lord of the Rings movies and he can no longer be an extra hobbit. Maybe that's why he spends so much time trolling on the internet now. Let's see what he had to say about Jason.
Thanks, Chris. It's your boy Joe B, host of the NE podcast. Watch for it to drop sometime 2019 if I can get my fat ass off the couch and stop being lazy. It's been a long winter, people. Now, before I get into Tamatoa, which some of you might get that, some of you won't, it's all right. Before I get into Team Alme, I just wanted to take this time, being that my own show left, I wanted to pay tribute to the shows that were my podcast brothers and sisters at the time when a lot of us got connected. First and foremost, Off Color Discussions. It was the leader of the pack when it came to NSFW podcast, and we needed to stop and go on hiatus after my co-host was finally challenged on his citizenship and deported. If you don't get that joke, that means you didn't listen to my show, and that's fine. It's still online. You can go still check it out. Sip and Swear, whose host, as it turned out, worked for ICE and died in a shootout trying to capture Billy C. from OC Discussions. The other host, I can't remember either of their names, that's how infrequent I listen to their shows, was so distraught that he OD'd on the heroin that his friend had confiscated, not knowing that it was laced with fentanyl. Drug addiction is a serious thing. Please seek help if you need it. The Drunk Bees, or These Drunk Bees, a straight bi lesbian crew that became a crazy love triangle after two of the hosts, Jess and Nikki, went after the same penis. Now, if you didn't listen to the show, their lesbian member, Shelly, was so scared watching her two friends fight that she hid in the one place that nobody would ever find her, Nikki's snatch. Just tips a memoir, whose name is longer than Camacho's dick. He left Chuck, his co-host, high and dry at a time of the Cali fires over the past year to run to PJ to help fill the void that was wider than Blunt Mommy's snatch after one of his co-hosts departed. And of course, if you heard the name PJ, you know who I'm talking about. The BickerBots. I know technically they kind of put out a show once a month, maybe, if we're lucky or unlucky. But let me ask you this. Has it been the same since Pac left? Has it? We had the Glory Hole, who the pilot episode was amazing comedy gold. And then after that, me, one of the four horsemen, departed only to be replaced by a stoner with a tiny mustache. Now, I've had a chance to listen to most of the shows that are here to pay tribute to Team Alme. Oh, hi, Jay. What am I supposed to look in again? Left, right, left, right. All right. Whatever, I'll just pick one. As I was saying, I've listened to most of your shows that are here, and I just wanted to give my quick review. Blunt Mommy, I'm sure everybody's going to say that she's a whore tonight. My take on it is this. I think she's lying. I don't think all this stuff that she talks about, the dicks, eating ass, all that, I think it's all facade. It doesn't actually happen, because if it did, if her son knew about her online profile or life, I'm pretty sure he might end his life after he finds his friends jerking off. But I'm sure he's already found his friends jerking off to her anyways, because, the Hood Diner, two fat Mexicans that love food as much as #NoOffense's Chris loves beer, Two Rings loves shoes, and the Duchess loves dick. The homie casual laughs like he's punched in the gut and grasping for air. I only say it's like this because I laugh the same way, and that's what it feels like sometimes. I know people are probably wondering why I didn't go too hard on the two Mexicans, but haven't they had enough? I'm sure half the shows that are on this roast want to build that wall, so I'm pretty sure they've had to deal with enough shit, so I'll give them a break. The Plunge. I can't tell if it's 4 or 5 guys around one mic circle jerking, but let's be honest, all 20-year-old white kids sound the same. Their best episode just happened to be the one that Team Alme was on. At least the sound quality sounded the best, because I know they recorded not at their place. When I came back to podcasting, I was not aware that we also had a star in our midst, Mr. Jody B, a.k.a. White 50 Cent, a.k.a. Dick Cheney's hunting partner, a.k.a. Ricky from the Trailer Park Boy, a.k.a. Keenan Michael Key, shot in the head, a.k.a. the Hidden Ninja Turtle. I don't really have too much to say about Jody. I like him. I think he's a good shit, even though he looks like Kurt Cobain survived. Now to Team Alme. To be honest, I'm going to keep this short and sweet. I really don't have too much to say about Shit Happens When You Party Naked. I'm sure they're going to get enough of, yes, podcasting is a medium that you need to talk a lot, but he talks too much. I'm sure plenty of people are going to say that while, yes, it took him 9 seasons of The Walking Dead to get his wife pregnant, he finally succeeded. I'm sure plenty of people are also going to bring up Christina and how cute and innocent and naive she is with her not knowing what Pornhub, pump and dump, sexual things of nature, online anagrams, or all those type of things. So I don't need to beat up on them too much, even though we're supposed to be roasting them. I think this is the best roast, is not roasting them. I do wonder, though, if people will talk about your heart and not the fact that you took steroids and almost died, literally. But the fact that you're generous, and the way that we hooked up was you giving to a beard competition when you first reached out to us. I thought you were some douchebag full of shit. So I ignored you until you said it again. And then I got to meet you and know you. And what can I say? I love you, buddy. Good luck with your future child and all that. To be honest, like if it wasn't for all you savages in this like chat room, like you guys motivated me to get back into podcasting. So I'm glad that I'm here. Team Alme, I'm glad you've had your 1 year. Hopefully you don't fall off after. That's what happened to us. And Samuel L. Jackson bits were your greatest material, except for when you had me on. Cheers.
It's Bouley.
Next up on the firing squad is Amanda, aka the Blunt Mommy. You might recognize her from one of her slutty photos circulating the internet. Yeah, she's the one wearing the choker and the butt plug, which is ironic because she's usually the one that's pegging the dudes in the ass. The only blunt that Snoop wouldn't hit, the only little girl that R. Kelly won't pee on. Listeners at home, go ahead and switch your podcast app to 2x speed because we're about to welcome Amanda, the Blunt Mommy.
Hey guys, hey. Hey, host, how you doing? How you been? Probably doing host stuff because there you go again. Oh wait, no, y'all can't get any pussy. All right. So first up, dear Dave, my bestie, my co-host, co-creator of Titty Talk. I love you, but you have no fucking life. Whatever life you have is easy as fuck. You wouldn't last a week in the fucking United States of America.
That's not true. Oh, shit.
Right. You never sleep, so no wonder why you're fucking overweight and you're fat as fuck. And you have, you know, a co-creator of Titty Talk. You have bigger titties than I do. So, no wonder why this is happening. Lenny, you have plenty of fucking time to stuff your fucking face. But I love you. You my bestie. Joe Bouley, I don't know who the fuck you are. You don't have a podcast. I absolutely don't know anything about this dude. So whatever. On to the next. Jody. I see my boo right there. Oh, now you're gone.
I'm around. I'm always around. You know
okay, Jody.
Always creeping up.
You and Married as Fuck were the two podcasts that literally found me and took me under your wing. And I love you forever for that. And fucking PJ stole my goddamn joke. I'm so pissed. Oh, I'm so pissed. I think mine was a little bit better.
It really sucks that you only had one funny thing then.
Whatever.
Do me a favor and just hold the camera right where you've got it for about another 2 minutes.
No, not your neck, it's your mouth.
Jody.
It's like a vampire snatch.
Which hand? Y'all let me fucking roast. Shut the fuck up.
Get it, boo-boo. Focus. Give me.
All right.
Your words.
Jody, which hand do you finger your wife with?
The four-fingered one.
Okay. That's brutal, man, because it's not like, you know, two in the pink, one in the sink, right? How do you make that work?
I put my thumb in her butthole and I put the other in her fuck.
I put my thumb in her butthole.
Not a smart man.
Talk that shit.
Okay, so you do make it work. Okay. Riding a guy's face is just like riding a bike. You know, you get that momentum going. But I cannot ride a bike with only half of a seat. So how the fuck is your wife ride your face with only half a face?
Not bad. Good fucking joke.
Okay. Also, Blunt Mommy going hard. Okay. Also, please tell me that you're an Eastbound and Down fan.
Yeah, absolutely.
Oh my God! Did you get the inspiration inspiration to shoot your face off like Stevie Janowski did.
No, I think mine came first, actually.
He's an originator.
He got the idea from Jody B, maybe.
Fucking pioneer, fucking his life up.
All right, I love you, Jody. I'm done with you. All right, Ben. Ben's the high school dropout. So I want to know, Ben.
Yeah.
Why did you go from dropping out to high school to smoking meth? Okay, this is not cool.
Progression.
Obviously, it is a natural progressive. And what the fuck?
Where's the progressives?
What is this DCP network? What is it? To me, I see it as almost a pimp situation. Oh, you want to get all these podcasts on your network? What, you have like 12 or something like that? So basically you're promoting these people, blah, blah, blah. You're their pimp. But if I were to be on your network, which I did not, he put it out publicly to join. I did not join. I don't want some skinny ass pimp, because guess what? If I'm on a network, some skinny ass pimp is not going to protect my ass. Austin is the meat of that motherfucking show, and Austin does absolutely nothing for that show. He's just a fucking like muscle. All right, married as fuck. Oh, they were the first ones to take me under. They were the first people to have me on their show. All I have to say is Brooke has a bigger dick than Randal.
I do.
She runs the fucking show. She runs the fucking show. That's all I gotta say. I love you. Y'all are my family. That's all I gotta say about that. Adam, Simmons, and more. All right. AKA, what's up, Papa John? So, all right. So, you know what? Y'all got the whole cliche, like, white dude, black dude thing going on. You know, this happened in the 80s and the 90s. We do not need another Riggs and Marcoux.
You spending a lot of time with PJ, are you?
Even we're too old for this shit.
Riggs and it's a good
Murdoch.
Riggs.
Do y'all not remember who that is?
It's Riggs and Murtaugh, not Murdoch.
Whatever. Shut up. Go fuck yourself. Go fuck yourself. All right. I really don't have time to like roast podcasts that I don't listen to unless one of them says that they want to eat my butthole. So thanks, Adam. Later. All right. Riley at No Offense Show.
Oof. Yep, Riley at the No Offense Show.
Next.
Yep, that's his.
He's not part of our crew, babe.
Yep, that is my title.
We're right on track, fellas.
Okay.
Did y'all just miss what I said?
Kinda, I guess, maybe.
Okay. To Riley. Thank you. Next. All right.
Burn.
The next one. Yeah.
Nailed it.
Duchess. No Offense Show. Duchess. Oh my goodness. I have so much love for you.
We both suck dick for healthcare.
Fuck. I mean, even I would not go as low to suck dick for fucking healthcare. Oh my God.
It shows.
Lies.
I mean, splooge all over my face, do whatever the fuck you want to do. I am not sucking dick for no healthcare. I got a job, whatever. It's No Offense Show, the whole genre. I love you guys, and I sent in all those fucking crazy stories, and I have still not been on your show. So y'all can go fuck y'all shelves.
Hey, Chris Frenzick, just fuck him, all right?
I will. I'll go fuck my shelves.
Oh, God damn.
Shelves.
You better get a letter for the top shelf.
I mean, she doesn't speak English. I just want to let you know.
I do speak English.
The YouTube channel actually has the subtitles like Swamp People right now.
Oh, fuck, yeah, that's a good idea. Yep.
Hey, Amanda, say shoot real fast.
You got it, boo-boo. Go on. Get it.
Thank you, Jody. Oh, my God. Fuck everybody else in this whole group except for Jody.
Yeah, Morgan Freeman of the podcast.
You probably have.
All right. I'm up to you, heavyweight chomps. You are the fattest motherfuckers I've ever seen. All right. And also, I do want you to know that Mississippi is the fattest state in the United States of America. And it's also the most racist state. So fuck you fucks. But hey, look. Hit me up when you want to have some biscuits and gravy because I'll totally chime in on it. You know, no $1,000 dressing on that shit because that's just dumb as fuck. I know how y'all like to use that as y'all's bougie sauce or whatever. I hate Mississippi. So.
Goddamn.
Yeah.
Can we go next?
Mississippi.
All right, Jason. I don't even need to look at my jokes or my notes for Jason.
Why start now, right?
Bruh!
Damn, somebody beat this broad some speed so she'll hurry the fuck up.
Jason.
I can see why you and Manbrain get along.
Yeah, neither one of them speak English.
It's a perfect match. What can I say?
Can't understand either fucking one of them.
Alme, I love your podcast. I respect you. Congratulations, Christina. I'm so happy. There's a little podcast, baby. I'm so happy for your guys. Like, there's only one, right? Okay. All right. Woo. Just making sure. All right. So, Jason, I do want to say your fucking Australian accent is convincing enough as saying that a Baton Rouge prostitute is HIV negative. All right? It fucking sucks. It's bullshit. You're lying. Number 2, I also want to know which show are you going to try to put your kid on? Nowadays, it really doesn't matter the sex. I mean, your kid could grow up to be a transsexual. So it's going to be The Bachelor, The Bachelorette. You know, you're going to make money off of that. Bachelor in Paradise, you get to make money and you get to see your kid fuck on film. So,
God. So many deep-rooted parenting issues with this rod.
which one is it going to be?
Bachelorette.
That's really all I have to say about Alme. I don't have anything really negative to say. Congratulations on the baby. I'm really excited for you guys. Good show. Always a good time. And yeah, that's it. I'm done. And
yeah.
Thanks, Pumpkin.
Hey, look, say what you want about Amanda, but she ended really, really strong. That was a very strong finish. Very complimentary of me. Very strong.
Hey, you're not supposed to talk to the end. Shut the fuck up.
Yeah.
That's all good.
I love you, Jason. All right, next up we have Randal and Brooke from Married as Fuck. Are you serious? What kind of shit show is this? We have 2 roasters phoning it in. All right. Jesus Christ. So the next roasters are husband and wife duo, Brooke and Randal Fowler from Married as Fuck.
wait. Yeah, can you speak English? Are you sure you can speak English right now?
I'm not positive, but I'm going to give it my best.
Tampon.
They also could not be here with us tonight. I guess Randal is too busy taking bare midriff selfies at the gym or quote unquote giving out the smoke on social media. Let's see what they had to say about Mr. Alme.
Smoke. I'm Randal. What's up, y'all? Married as Fuck podcast.
Alme jerks off in cups.
Hey, y'all. We are thrilled to be here and rip each other some new assholes for no good reason. So, yeah, I mean, how often does a girl get to hang out with a bunch of chubby podcasters, narcissistic, middle-aged guys that want to be Joe Rogan so bad?
Yeah, clearly you're stoked. Let's give them this motherfucking smoke. Some of you turds actually think that this is your chance to land that all too elusive comedy special that you've deserved for so many years. And I find that funny as hell. It's nowhere near as funny, though, as watching Jody B and fucking Manbrain fight like little girls on Twitter over who gets to fuck Amanda first if every other guy on earth is lit on fire.
Yeah, this is not y'all's Netflix special. But speaking of Jody B, why don't you try and not poach all our guests for 2019, sir?
No shit. Jody B, that motherfucker attaches himself to the dick of whoever is the hottest podcaster at the time and just jerks them off till the next one comes along, catches a little heat, and then boom, on to the next one.
Yeah.
And you know what? That's great. So congratulations, sir. You're a common street whore.
Yeah, so it does make sense, though, because I'm pretty sure Tom Segura has a restraining order on him or has him blocked, and then Bert Kreischer's out there right now in the process of getting a restraining order on him, for sure.
Oh, yeah, well, that's because fucking who knows how many damn Twitter accounts Jody B's got. I've seen multiple. He's fucking king of the trolls, and he told me once about his secret. He said, bro, I just set my alerts to where every time one of my celebrity obsessions tweets, I get alerted so I can respond immediately. You should do the same. That's the way to get them. They're way more likely to respond to you if you reply immediately. No thanks, bro. Not a fucking psycho here.
I got enough notifications pop over on my phone. I'm all set.
Yeah, but speaking of psychos and losers, we've got a lot of NSFW podcasts here tonight. These fucking guys. Why do these whiteys want so badly to be so black?
I don't know. I think it's just in their bylaws of this podcast or the podcast network that in order to host a show on this network, you have to be a progressive. If you're white, you have to want to be black, and then you can have zero respect for women. And then as a bonus, having an awful white rapper / DJ career at some point, in air quotes, of your life. That's huge. That's basically all of them, right?
Oh, yeah. Fucking NSFW stands for never sound fucking white.
Or never satisfy a fucking woman. Every show, basically on this network, is the same show.
Hey, man, it's like the fucking kids from the Plunge grew up but are still talentless with teeny tiny cocks and zero respect for women. Get this smoke, motherfuckers. And
how in the fuck do these chubby married podcasters get away with posting how much they want to fuck Blunt Mommy? It's constant. I mean, didn't they get the message from that new Gillette commercial? Have some fucking respect for yourself and your women, you goddamn snowflake motherfuckers. I don't know. More power to you, I guess. Cheers to your future divorces and career suicide. But Chris Wutzke's here in the house. I love Chris. He's one of my favorite hosts.
Yeah, I love Chris. Everybody here knows I'm a big fan, and so are you, of Chris and the Dutch. That motherfucker's hard to look at, I'm going to tell you. He is the only person I know that looks exactly like his fucking last name, Wutzke. Chris, of course, he's just, it's part of the bylaws. He wants to be black. He does. It's fucking, you hear it all the time. He has a couple drinks. The black man comes out, and
when he gets his loud voice on,
it's fucking clear that he wants to be black, and that's fine. But the sad part is that neither the blacks or the whites will claim him. He's too fucking ugly. Sorry, bro. Survival of the fittest. And you, my brother, are the farthest thing from fit.
So, like animals in the wild.
Exactly. The ugly motherfucker gets disowned or eaten. Oh. That's Wutzke for you. A man without a race.
He gets shunned. But fun fact about Wutzke is that he doesn't even have to sneak around and hide about the fact that he wants to pull his butt apart for Blunt Mommy, because the Duchess is right there. She wants to fuck her too. So sometimes that shit just works out.
Yeah, but a good thing, Chris has recently turned his life around and decided that he was going to start taking diet advice and workout advice from, of who else? Andy from Simmons and More podcast. Why on earth would you take advice from a gentleman that's shaped like a roly fucking poly? Andy is hands down the most skinny fat motherfucker taking part in this roast. Come holler at me, Chris, if you want that real shit. And Duchess, For God's sakes, make sure Brooke and Amanda get those royalty checks from y'all's fucking Adam and Eve sales. Since you basically stole both their personalities and mixed them up to come up with your character on HTNOS. Smoke it! Andy, though, can't say enough about that guy. Multi-dimensional is all I can say. Part crunchy hipster, part wannabe gangster. 100% full of shit. He loves his skinny jeans and ironic t-shirts. So gay. Add in his ridiculous douche lord mustache, and you got the full starter kit to be a fucking hipster in 2011.
Starter kit. He's like the poster boy.
Oh, yeah.
Like, do you want to be a skinny fat hipster?
Yeah, and you can sum up his podcasting career in one of his excellent recent promos that was captivating. He said, hey, this is Andy from Simmons and More, and I have a fat dick. I rest my case.
Awesome. I'm pretty sure, I would definitely bet all my money that I have that Jody B would have a better chance of winning a world's most handsome face contest over that guy winning a fat dick contest. And his name's Adam, babe. I'm pretty sure.
Who gives a shit? Andy and Adam both just got this smoke.
But doesn't he have a co-host?
Yeah, Bernard. Or as I like to call him, the dollar store Aaron from Drinks with Larry. The only difference between those two guys is that Aaron is actually talented and funny. Funny as hell, actually. And his show is great.
Mm-hmm.
And on a good network.
Yes.
Bernard recently posted a video of one of his comedy sets, and they titled it Roasting on the Simmons and More Facebook page. I watched that shit, and I still don't know who the fuck he was roasting. I don't know what the fuck he was talking about. I assume he was talking about his comedic future because that shit was terrible. Whoever thought that was a good idea to post that shit on your Facebook page, fire that motherfucker, Andy.
Oh.
Fire him. It's not a good look,
Wait.
sir.
Bobby is the co-host, not Bernard.
Oh, shit. Smoke!
Lord have mercy. Heavyweight Chumps are here, too. I love those guys. They definitely know their shit about wrestling.
Ah, the sweet, poor heavyweight Chumps. The only fucking show on earth where you can hear the host getting fatter.
Wait, didn't they just get a Spunk Lube sponsorship? How'd those fatties get Spunk Lube?
I don't know. That's fucking ridiculous. That's no different than if fucking Joe Rogan showed up and gave Jody B a fucking On It sponsorship.
Yeah, that's terrible brand alignment. Spunk Lube is all about sexy time. And when I listen to Heavyweight Chumps, while I enjoy it, the last thing I think about is sex. So maybe like Popeye's chicken is a better fit.
Definitely.
Man Brain is here as well. Love you, Dave. Love that guy's accent.
Yeah, when does that motherfucker sleep, though? He spends every fucking second of every day on Twitter. Just waiting.
Mm-hmm.
Waiting like a crazy man for Amanda to tweet because, God forbid, he doesn't be the first one to fucking like the tweet and reply.
He's a solid, I don't know how time zones work in Australia, but he's like a million hours ahead of us. So it's tomorrow. I know that. And he's constantly waiting for her to tweet and like it. And basically everybody else in this roast too wants to fuck Pineville's finest except for you, babe.
Well, yeah, but Dave's poor and clearly damaged and abused soul was willing to create a new show, basically, just so he could spend 2 hours a week
over Skype
with a chick on Skype in Louisiana, across the fucking world.
Yep.
Fucking
right, but him and Jody B like have a legit feud over who gets to fuck Amanda first.
Oh, that shit's real. I don't care what the fuck they say. They can say that's for comedy purposes. Bullshit. Those two guys, they'll be the only ones in the thread going at it.
I know.
And it's so fucking sad.
But hey, guys.
Such poor sexual forecasting.
Right. Well, but hey, spoiler alert, guys. She's not going to fuck either one of you.
Yeah. Man Brain has the one up, though. He claims him and Amanda have a quote-unquote special relationship.
Of course they do. And by special relationship, it means she no longer has to do the shitty part of podcasting, like all the editing and marketing, and she can just call him and he's going to record and edit and promote the show for her. And then she just gets to hang out. So yeah, sure. They have a special relationship. It's super special.
Yeah, it's the douchiest thing I've ever heard. But in the end, I got to give it to old Jody B and Dave. They always, every night at the end of the night, they squash their douchey Twitter beefs like gentlemen and exchange hand jobs. It's always uncomfortable and weird. Just another night at the office for these two losers.
Just another Friday night.
Get this smoke, motherfuckers.
Jerking each other off. Yep. The BickerBots are here too, I think.
Who are the BickerBots?
I don't know. I'm just looking at the lineup. I guess they're on NSFW.
I'll pass. Let's talk about the leader of the NSFW network and the reason we're all here. Jason Alme. Oh, Jason Alme. What an arrogant prick. I like the guy. He is cool. But fuck, man. How can you be so full of yourself when you look like you do presently? He used to look like fucking Ron Coleman, the fucking Mr. Olympia.
Yeah, bodybuilder. Mm-hmm. Now he just looks like Ron Jeremy.
He does. That is spot on.
Mm-hmm.
Especially in that fucking picture for this roast.
Uh-huh. Like a dirty porn star.
Now, one thing no one will ever dispute is that Jason Alme's a smart man. He knew what he was doing when he joined the shitty NSFW network, strategically aligning himself with these ugly, talentless motherfuckers.
Oh, exactly right. I think I see where you're going. He's doing like that reverse Hugh Hefner effect.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Surround yourself with a bunch of no-talent, ugly folks, and you'll look more attractive and more talented.
Yeah, so he's genius. I mean, of course he's genius, though. He way outkicked his coverage with his wife. Christina's way too hot for him and way awesome. Love you, Christina.
True. She is great.
I don't know. He's probably gay anyway.
He's definitely 30-40% gay. Yeah, we don't know that.
I mean, we could probably easily do a real quick round of like, you know why I think Alme's gay.
Yeah, let's do it.
All right, you go first or me?
You.
You know why I think Alme's gay?
Why?
Because he brought us macaroons when he came to our house.
Ooh, that does make him gay.
Hey, but Jay, seriously though, those were fucking delicious.
They were delicious.
And please bring more next time you come over.
Bring them every time.
Bring them every time.
Every single time.
But you're definitely gay.
It was the gayest thing I've ever seen. The way he presented them so lovingly.
I know.
He presented them to me.
So lovingly and so genuinely as a sweet gift.
Yeah, the bow was unnecessary. But whatever. I mean, we're cool.
Feeding them to you was unnecessary.
Yeah. They were so delicious, though.
They were fucking delicious. All right, you go.
You know how I know he's gay?
How?
Because he ripped the sleeve off of a T-shirt and used it as a headband while we were podcasting.
Yeah. Yeah, that's true. That is very true. You know how I know Alme's gay?
Huh.
His favorite drink is Diet Coke.
Well, of course. A gay bodybuilder. Absolutely. He's clearly gay. That seals the deal. You know how I know he's gay?
How?
Because he's on the NSFW network.
Oh, yes, sir. I think that's it.
That definitely makes him gay. All right, well, I think that's about all we got.
Yeah.
This is
we're done.
This is not our wheelhouse, guys. And I hope you know if we roasted you, that means we love you. We only tried for the people that we like, so.
Yep. Okay, bye.
Respect the effort. And go fuck yourselves.
Jason looks like Phantom of the Opera right now. What are you doing, dog? Up next, we have a couple retired former wrestlers. No, it's not the natural disasters. I'm talking about the heavyweight chumps. And I mean, that's probably a good thing that Joe B didn't actually show up live tonight because they may have thought he was an appetizer. Ladies and gentlemen, let's put your hands together for the mayors of Poundstown, Mattox and Thunder Cookies, the heavyweight chumps.
Yeah.
The mayors of Poundstown. The fats in hats. And I'm still the man of the hour in all the women's shower. Now, before I get started, I'm going to ask a question. Which one of you smart ass made the comment about Forrest Gump's leg braces?
Oh, that was me.
Okay. I wore those when I was a kid, asshole.
Hey, you too can grow up to be blunt mommy.
Hey, I don't give a shit. I was just trying to make you feel bad.
Not gonna happen.
Now,
he's dead inside.
I'm gonna go ahead and move on to Blunt Mummy since you wanted to start shit. Did you guys know that Blunt Mummy almost gave up her lucrative podcast empire to join the Navy? But she realized she already had enough semen in her life?
Semen.
Another thing about Blunt Mummy, her box is so big, when you go to pick her up, you gotta go to a damn Costco.
Oh, shit. That's southern as fuck. That's a good joke.
Then you want to know why the bitch hooked up with Dave? Because she's not going to give him any pussy. But you want to know why she hooked up with Dave?
Oh, shit.
It's because being able to go to Australia sometime gives her the opportunity to graduate from that whistling butt plug to what she really wants in her ass, and that's a didgeridoo.
I was supposed to get the butt plug from
a double whammy.
Doug, and I still have not got it in the mail, so I don't have a whistling butt plug yet. Just saying.
Well, nobody wants to hear you play musical farts anyway.
I don't either.
Dave really might. Oh, no.
I want a whole farting choir. I want us all to wear them and us to have a whole farting choir.
I don't want to do that. I just want to see what it's all about.
It's actually a great fucking idea. I think we should talk after this.
Okay.
We forgot one thing that everybody really needs to know. The original name of Amanda's podcast was Blunt V Mommy. The V stood for Valtrex. Now, Dave, you're the national spokesman for Bundy Rum.
Yes.
Even though you've really got more in common with Ted Bundy than a rum, because you're damn near psycho with all those voices in your head.
Accurate, thank you.
You also make less money than Al Bundy.
True. Yeah, that's good.
You wanted to talk about us being fat. Have you seen a picture of your wife? I saw what you married, and she weighs more than all the voices in your head combined.
Damn.
DCP Network was a pimp. There's one thing we'll say: if DCP Network's a pimp, we's good hoes. Now, Jody B.
Yes, sir.
It's a crying shame that you and Amanda didn't meet earlier in life. She could have taught you that there was a better way to take a shot to the face.
Shit. Hard bars.
Yeah, that was awesome.
Finally, a good one.
It's a good joke.
Let's get up to the man of the hour, because let's face it, I'm not going to say anything about Randal. He's bigger than me. He can beat my ass. So I'm going to get up to Alme because I figure he's at least not going to beat my ass. And if he does, it's because he sent me something that I'm on right now, and it's his fault.
Totally true.
Everybody remembers the Alme action figure that our guest of honor was so stoked about like a week or so ago.
That was awesome.
Yeah, it did look. It did look like him. It looked like straight up Dollar Tree Snake Plissken looking motherfucker. Then he grew that fucking. Then he shaved and had that fucking walrus mustache. He looked so much like Al Snow. I kept waiting for Head to show up on Shit Happens When You Party Naked. And we all know he's full of himself. I mean, yeah, sure, my co-host sucked his own dick, but Alme, Mr. God's gift to podcasting, that son of a bitch swallowed
his face.
And I mean, the guy's going to be a dad. Can you imagine the reaction to the birthday bukkake cake and little Alme making a wish, doing her best Samuel L. Jackson impression? I have had it with these motherfucking candles on this motherfucking bukkake cake. But seriously, congratulations. Even if you are bringing another fucking Patriots fan into the world. And we hope someday you finally get to make that duck a l'orange. Now, tell them something, Thunder Cookies. Let's start with Dave. Dave,
The man who on his honeymoon moved all the furniture to one side of the room because he thought it was going to be like being a kangaroo.
What?
Oh, that fell flat.
That fell flatter than Blunt Mummy's ass.
Yeah.
Ooh, better.
Ouch.
It ain't that flat.
Dave Chaffey looks like he just have a teardrop tattoo.
Duchess.
Yup.
Best rapper I have ever heard.
Thank you.
Said no one. Ever.
Hey, at least I put myself out there.
And Alme.
Uh-oh.
That's it.
That's it.
Thanks
That's
for nothing,
all.
motherfucker.
I got you earlier in the side roasts.
Oh, got
But you're gonna leave Jody out of this? How?
Joe just had enough shit thrown in his face in his life. I don't figure he needed any more.
Yeah, we've seen his wife too.
Now, Alme. Freddie Mercury called from 1985 and said he wants that mustache back. Now, everybody's congratulating you and Chris on the baby and everything. Well, why'd he freaking die? Anybody can have a baby. Even a blind squirrel finds a nut every once in a while.
Yeah, he just finally found one that worked.
It passed. It was the last sperm out. Passed the skeleton of another sperm that had a vote for Reagan sign.
Damn.
But that's the only thing anybody's positively can say about you is congratulations. That ought to speak to your worth as how big of a piece of shit you are.
Actually, we do have one more question. Christina, when does your episode of Maury air?
6 weeks after the birth.
Field trip.
Connecticut.
Yes.
Oh,
And I'm not going to leave you out, Blunt Mummy. I decided I would do this just out of the goodness of my heart.
He wouldn't leave you out because everybody else has already been in.
Oh, did I chew? Like I haven't heard that one.
That's a problem.
That was good, guys. That was really good.
Butt plugs are all fun and games until you fart and kill the cat.
I don't own a cat.
Well, it wouldn't be the only dead pussy in the room.
Better?
We're getting there. We're definitely getting there.
Finally.
Nice. Good.
Thunder cookies out.
Hard out.
Yeah, good job, guys.
Excellent. Joining us next tonight is a youngster that's been making waves in the podcast community the last few months, notably his attempt to fuck Blunt Mommy when he went toe-to-toe with her in the podcast Royal Rumble and actually won, which was about as legit as pro wrestling. But I did hear that she was impressed so much that she was actually considering throwing him a piece until she found out that it would be statutory rape. An avid fan of mumble rap, jean shorts, and outrage culture, our favorite snowflake, Riley Trudel of the Plunge, joined by his heterosexual life mate, Hunter.
Hey, guys.
18 Plunge. 18 Plunge.
I just want to give an intro to the real person of the hour, ladies and gentlemen, the leading entertainer amongst the 65-plus community, Blunt Mommy. And honestly, I didn't even know you had a podcast the first 2 months I followed you. I thought you were a can girl.
Okay.
Understandable.
Well,
fuck you, Dave. At least they make money.
I also like the angle because that brown lipstick is really helping with that mouth like anus.
Are you sure it's not an anus-like mouth?
Yeah.
Tomato potato, right?
Got it.
I was actually on Reddit today, and it was a picture of you, and the caption said, "This is what happens after you do meth once."
And 100 dicks.
Yeah.
I'm pretty sure they might have updated it this year. If you look in the Merriam-Webster dictionary next to addict, there's also a picture of you. So great way to get the name around, getting some publicity for that podcast.
Amanda, I feel like you look like when they abort a baby and they put it in the cooler. You look like what happens when they crawl off and sneak off into another room and raise themselves.
Jesus Christ.
Nice.
TV dinner, baby.
That's not how it works, dude.
You don't know. He's young.
That's true. I would like to shout out to Ben. He somehow has the same jawline as Jody B without the getting shot in the face. So,
Ooh, good.
Bars.
To man brain, you can cut it with the Crocodile Dundee get up. We all know you want to be like Frank Caliendo, but if you focus a little bit more on the comedy, those views might go up a little bit.
I would like to add for Dave, if Dave lived in America, I think he'd be a school shooter.
I think the best part of your roast and maybe podcast history was Stuttering Brian.
Don't agree.
I'd like to say something about PJ, but I didn't really know he knew I existed till tonight. But, cheers.
Dano, cheers.
PJ, I don't really know you either, but you kind of look like the B team Dana Royal.
Oh. Who the fuck is Dana Royal?
Good question.
Doesn't that make Dana Royal the B team Dana Royal?
Adam Simmons, shout out. 27 rings, you know what the fuck it is. Adam, you like to talk. Intro. Yeah, absolutely. You should. Hashtag SamPC. You're kind of like Robin Williams in the way that you mask your depression with comedy. But the only difference is when you kill yourself, no one's going to care.
God damn,
bro. It cuts to the core.
Adam, you see this box right here? There's a pastry in it. I'm going to shake it, and I want you to tell me what's in the box.
I can tell you what color the sprinkles are.
So I love your guys' show. I love you, Adam. I love you, Bobby. But you guys are kind of like a crappier version of Arnold and Geraldine from Hey Arnold.
Oh my God.
I got that reference.
Yeah.
You're the older one.
Yeah, going with that, that's you're kind of like the Bob's Burgers of pizza too.
Yeah,
that's better.
Yeah,
it's not really even a diss, but like a nod to you.
Yeah.
Lastly with Adam is I feel sorry that you were such a cancer to your parents that they actually got it.
Oh, son of a bitch.
Wow.
Both. They both got it.
Shout out to the Lunchbox for hosting today. Shout out to the Duchess for being married to the Lunchbox.
I know, it's not an easy life.
Yeah, it really isn't. You deserve all the props in the world. I don't know how you take care of this man. He eats one cookie and he just has diabetes immediately and has to pass out.
And then I got to give him his fucking shots.
Yeah, how's that type 3 diabetes treating you?
Very well, sir.
Make it work well.
Chris is kind of like my penis after I've had 10 drinks. It's trying real hard, but it's just only a little bit chubby.
That's kind of like a compliment.
I'm with you, kid. I love you.
Shit.
To the man of the hour, Jason Alme. I almost killed myself after spending about 12 hours in the car with you. We had just made it over. We were on the George Washington Bridge, and I just wanted to jump out the window and just head to the water.
I wish you had.
Yeah.
Piece of shit.
This man talked. This man talked for about 48 hours straight in my presence.
It doesn't sound like me at all.
Bullshit.
Who's he talking about?
I got a lot of respect for you, Jason, with a kid on the way and do a lot of good stuff with your podcast. I just have one question for you. How do you look like all you do all day is sit in a P-Fit locker room and sell steroids to people? And on top of that, I don't even think you need the steroids. Your balls don't work. That's a little overkill, don't you think? Accurate.
They worked once. You got to give them. You got to give them that nod.
Yeah. They worked once.
You know,
and a cup.
Speaking of your child, I was really looking forward to being your son-in-law one day. But then you said it was going to be a girl.
There you go.
Self-deprecating.
Nice.
I hate to say it. You look like patient 0 for HPV. I think the last one I got is you look like Aquaman who takes estrogen supplements.
Fucking soy boy Aquaman.
In more ways than one, ladies and gentlemen.
That being said, I'm really happy for you guys. That's all I have. Keep up the good shit. Thank you for having me. I'm a real person.
Yeah, thank you for existing, Hunter.
I do hope your daughter is excited for Steven Seagal to be her favorite uncle and spoil her own home.
You motherfucker.
There you go. All right, that's all we've got. Thanks for having us on, everyone.
Thanks for having us.
Good job, kids. Good job.
Isn't it past your bedtime?
Now, you might recognize our last performer as the whiter, less talented co-host of the Simmons and More podcast. Adam is a living, breathing New Jersey stereotype. He's often been referred to as Meth Mario, the fatter, poorer Tony Stark, and not allowed within 150 feet of a school. Join me in welcoming our final roaster of the evening, Adam Simmons.
Yeah, come on, Adam. Simmons.
Thanks, 3 guys. Chris, you calling me fat is like PJ pretending to be white. Just because you say that you love Trump doesn't mean that he's not going to try and kick you out of the country for being sepia. That's a color. It's brown. Look it up. Yes, get some culture.
I got it.
Hunter got it. He's in college. Let me tell you something, Chris. Just because you've got the least amount of titties at a monster truck rally doesn't mean that you're skinny. It just means that everyone else is going to die of congenital heart failure while you struggle with type 2 diabetes and periodically cut off your limbs to try and stay alive.
No.
Type 3, bitch.
Not fucking a nugget, sorry.
I mean, everyone's making fun of you for being fat, calling you lunchbox, whatever. But I'm glad that after months of PJ and I screaming at you, you finally decided to eat a salad. But
not make it.
Have you heard of the expression "too little, too late," or are we just hoping that this works?
Your girlfriend told me.
Oh.
Shout out, Mel.
Love you, Mel.
I love you, Wutzke. Thank you for inviting me and a bunch of people that I don't know to a roast for a guy who spent the last year trying to get all of his cum into a cup for strangers to play with.
Accurate.
Speaking of playing with strangers' cum, Blunt Mommy is here. What can we say about Blunt Mommy that hasn't already been said about a communal fleshlight that's been stuffed with asbestos and left outside the dumpster of a Carl's Jr.?
Jesus Christ.
Damn. Not even a heart.
Maybe that at one point someone found that fleshlight entertaining. I'm sorry, Amanda. I know that everyone's been throwing haymakers at you tonight, but the word on Twitter is that you've got a strong chin, so you just keep having shit bounce off that mediocre face of yours, and old men will keep retweeting you, hoping that you send nudes.
Mediocre.
Oh, no. Oh, no.
Hopefully those nudes include your undoubtedly gigantic asshole. Speaking of, Randal from Married as Fuck pre-recorded his piece. Unfortunately, Randal couldn't be here with us tonight, no doubt because he's super busy asking people if they want the smoke on Twitter. Randal, I don't know you apart from a biker Santa Claus on the back of a Bike Week t-shirt that you find in Tampa, but I would be upset too if I spent all of the money that I made from podcasting on a shitty hand tattoo and had to spend that much time with my wife.
Word is bond.
Wives are the worst.
Joe B, formerly of Off Color Discussions, was here for like a hot second, right? I can't see. Is anyone short enough? Can you look under your table and see if he's here? I think he pre-recorded his piece as well. I mean, I don't know why he's back in podcasting. If I wanted to listen to outdated ideas about social constructs and how new trends make no sense to me and black people scare me, I would still listen to the BickerBots if they recorded episodes.
Damn.
Honestly, Joe B, I don't have a bad word to say about you, because without you reaching out to me and inviting me to your network, allegedly,
yep,
I wouldn't be here with a bunch of unfunny people that didn't study for this at all. Like, am I the only one that wrote something down?
Hey, I wrote something down. Can't hold a pen, motherfucker.
But thank you for inviting me to a network that I wouldn't be a part of if you didn't invite me here. Thank you for allowing me, Chris, to be a part of a roast of a guy who's undoubtedly going to start punching his wife soon.
Oh, there you go.
So I just wanted to say thank you.
I will say Jason's face there was one of just pure shock, so I'm glad I got to see that.
Riley, you pestilent mollusk.
Hey.
What else can I say about you other than you're an entitled, upper middle class white kid that lives in his parents' basement and drinks shitty beer? But not because you don't know any better, but because you want to seem edgy to your lacrosse friends. Or that you're a Patriots fan, so lying, cheating, being an entitled cunt is kind of your aesthetic. Riley Trudel looks like if the whiny kid from the Parkland shooting and the kid that smirked harassing Native American war heroes got together on Grindr and had a race to see who could be more marginalized. Riley's biggest complaint from last month that on his plane back from Europe, he was stuck on the tarmac for an extra 2 hours. Aw, poor Riley. Were they only serving peanuts in first class and you're allergic because your parents didn't vaccinate you? I hope you get polio and die. If you told me that you were sitting at a marble island in your parents' kitchen researching whether or not the earth was flat on a computer that somebody else bought for you, I wouldn't be surprised.
Truth.
Speaking about engaging in specifically Caucasian activities, PJ from the BickerBots is here.
Nice.
Or at least I thought he was. Does that dude still do podcasts? PJ, thank you for taking time out of your busy schedule of not releasing episodes and arguing with Wutzke about who loves Taylor Swift more to join us tonight.
I do.
Peace was for life.
I have a job unlike some of you fucks.
PJ is like a wet dream for the assholes who locked up the Pacific Islanders in the internment camps during World War II. He's poorly dressed, racist, God-fearing, gun-waving, Trump-supporting white stereotype. As a Polynesian.
Oh, shit.
Do you hate Mexicans because when you're buying $10 American flag t-shirts from Walmart, they speak Spanish to you just because you're about the same hue as taupe as them? Or because you know that you're about a straw hat and a poncho away from being accused of hiding jugs of water along the Rio Grande? I got a question, Philip. When they discharged you from the army, did they mandate that you only wear trucker hats and beer t-shirts with mountains on them? Or was Stone Cold Steve Austin the only father figure you had as a child? Speaking of looking for strong father figures, hello, Duchess. Oh, Dutchie, my little swamp princess.
She just stepped away, actually.
Sorry, kid. You're so raw. And by raw, of course, I mean you've had more human skin in your mouth than every bedbug that's ever existed.
Oh, God.
The Duchess's famous line is, I suck dick for healthcare, y'all. Well, if that was the case, then why the fuck are you in such bad health?
Who, me or Chris?
Either Chris's dick is on fake Obamacare or somebody has been lying to you. The Duchess is what would happen if Honey Boo Boo thought that candy and soda came out of unsuccessful dicks.
Jesus Christ.
Don't they?
Fuck.
I do like soda.
Jody B, my little sweetie pie. Now, hypothetically speaking, if every member of Kid Rock's backup band came into a box from Popeye's Chicken and then it incubated for longer than 6 months, do you think that they could utilize that shitty redneck DNA to help him grow the rest of his face back? Because I know the DNA has to match, right? Hunter, is that you study science and stuff?
Oh my God.
I'm sorry, you just look like a fan of Kid Rock. Does the B in Jody B stand for ba with the ba to bang diggy? Jody B's face looks like he's complaining about a Cleveland steamer a hooker took on his glass table because it, quote, smelled like shit. Who am I kidding? Jody is far too poor to own anything made out of glass. You may not know this, but Jody B was shot in the face as a child. What people from Arkansas call a hunting accident, the rest of the country calls a failed late-term abortion. Jody's resilient, though. The man was shot in the face. He's only got a couple of fingers, and he was even molested as a child. And somehow he still can't generate enough good content to put on his podcast. What a shame. Okay. Tonight, after this roast, if you guys can go to my GoFundMe, I'm starting a GoFundMe called Finish the Job for Jody's Family. Bullets are very expensive, you guys, so we can take in all of the money that we can. We got to get the job done. And on to the main course. Jason fucking Alme. You Forrest Whitaker-eyed, loud-mouthed, disgusting colostomy bag with cowboy boots. You look like if half of your face was excited about dying from the diabetes we're all hoping that you die from. Jason Alme looks like every poster in every elementary school whose van to never get in, regardless of how many puppies are in it. You hear me, Riley? Be careful. He will put fingers in places that you do not want.
Thank you.
Jason Alme, a.k.a. the Medium Lebowski.
Nice.
Somehow you don't understand that taking years of steroids somehow affected your potency of your semen. But I'm sure if you can cut back on all of the medical cum testing that you've been doing this year, if you had just called Blunt Mommy. She does it for a pack of Newports.
Oh, shit.
She can even tell you how healthy the sperm is. She'll chew on it for a little bit for you. And for $3 extra, she might spit it back in the cup for you.
I was gonna get Marco Reds.
The tagline for Schwippen is something, I make my pregnant wife listen to me yell about cum and tacos and then force her to do a terrible impression of Samuel L. Jackson. Something like that, right?
Her impression is fire. You go, team.
What I want to say, Alme, is that when she finally kills you in your sleep or hides your insulin on you when you finally die, doing us all a favor, nobody will miss you, including every single person in this roast, both of your parents and your unborn child.
I love you, Jason.
You are an absolute animal. And I'm sure the rest of the roasters would agree with me that you make not only myself, but everyone else that's in this roast and all of the podcasters that you know, a better writer, a better comedian, and a better podcaster. Even though every single one of us really hate you.
Your goddamn mind.
We actually respect the shit out of you. And I just want you to know that those two facts aren't mutually exclusive. If you're as good at being a father as you are being a complete savage and over-talking everyone, having a stupid fucking mustache, and hoping we all see you in your fucking coffin, You're going to be a fantastic father. Congratulations on finally getting it in. Thanks for having me.
Good job, Adam.
I'm sorry I didn't stumble through that like the rest of you guys.
And now, the man of the hour. Give it up for our guest of honor, Jason motherfucking Alme.
Woo woo.
What's up? Guest of honor on his own motherfucking podcast, huh?
Let's do it.
Well, you wouldn't have it any other way.
True.
Let's start with the hate. I made cards. I hope you can read the insults I wrote for you on the back of the cards.
That's clever, motherfucker.
Jody, I appreciate the nice things that you said about me, buddy. I feel like we're friends too. I'm really glad you got into podcasting so we could meet each other. And I mean, I'm just glad you got into podcasting in general. I love your show. And it doesn't hurt that you have a face for podcasting. Half of one anyway.
Wow.
So we learned tonight that Dave from Man Brain Podcast has a large van he named Dingo with free candy scrolled across the side. Because the dingo's going to take my baby. That's the joke. He picks up little kids.
Bars.
In his van.
Who the fuck is breathing into the microphone? Somebody fat is breathing into the microphone. Back off.
Well, there's only 3 of those guys.
Who is referred to as the heavyweight chumps.
It's not me. It's not soda and candy.
Okay, go. Stop breathing, everybody. Hold your breath. This is only 7 minutes.
Past your bedtime, Riley, baby.
You probably can't read what I wrote about Randal here.
No, your lighting is terrible.
Randal can only afford 1L.
Your video works about as well as your balls do.
It's good. It's good stuff, isn't it? This is baby making lighting right here. Okay, let me tell you something. This is how the shit worked. Anyway, is Randal still with us?
No, sir.
Randal had balls for joining us. I'm really glad he was here. I got to give him that. He's about as popular here as Papa John at an NAACP rally. Pro tip for listening to Married as Fuck podcast: put that shit on 2x speed, and Randal will start to sound like a normal human being. Not such a retard. Sorry, buddy. I love you. I want to say mean things about Brooke, but honestly, she's got to fuck Randal. Can you guys imagine that? I mean, that's putting your head way too close to his nuts and ass, and he spends way too much time sweating at the gym and drinking protein shakes.
Word.
It's gross. Riley, you motherfucker. You future Special Olympics loser, you.
Aww, poor baby Riley.
Riley, your show sounds like 5 special needs kids talking into cans attached with a string, you fucking asshole.
It's true.
Fucking bunch of guys. And Mattox, the fat Jason. Actually, I want to tell you guys that I ordered a heavyweight Chumps t-shirt. It's very comfy. I love the color, too. I didn't expect it to come with gravy stains already on it, but that was a nice bonus. It was a good extra touch, the gravy stains on the fucking shirt.
That's our take on tie-dye.
On brand.
Hashtag authentic.
I'm not sure where to start with Devon. I mean, the guy's had his own dick in his mouth. He might be invincible for roasting. How are you going to roast the Human Torch? I mean, I'm not sure what I can say about the guy that he hasn't said about himself. He had his dick in his mouth.
That's talent.
We got PJ from the BickerBots.
Nice.
A.K.A. the BickerTwats.
Like it.
I hear BitcherBots a lot, but I like BickerTwats better. I like BickerTwats a lot better. Can you guys imagine PJ getting invited to the White House to meet Donald Trump? He'd be coming out with like orange all over his lips and fucking chin and shit. He'd be looking like Chester Cheetah slapped his dick on his fucking face. Fucking orange shit all over him. Don't swallow that shit, PJ. That will give you gastroesophageal cancer, buddy. Don't swallow that. Don't fucking swallow that.
Super specific.
Good advice.
He knows from experience.
Yeah, I know. It's a super specific type of cancer that it gives you. Yeah.
I think you're right.
Something
sir.
like that, yeah.
Solid reference. That is a solid reference.
PJ is so ignorant, he thinks Dynamite hack wrote Boys in the Hood. True story.
It's a good cover.
Look at the look of confusion.
Yeah. Right? Duchess.
Yep.
Duchess, you person. Something on your show about having to eat a sandwich after sucking dicks to get the taste out of your mouth. I hope that's a bologna and Valtrex on Wonder Bread.
Wonder Bread is legit.
Yeah, it is legit, you fucking Florida assholes.
For a PB&J.
That's what you focus on.
I first wrote that joke.
Nothing like a fresh loaf of Wonder Bread.
I first wrote that joke on rye. When I wrote that joke, it was on rye, and I thought they're in Florida. They don't fucking eat rye. They've never heard of fucking rye.
Goddamn right.
Fucking
rye with
Florida
seeds,
rednecks.
bitch.
They eat Wonder Bread, motherfucker.
I do eat Wonder Bread.
Adam Simmons, retard Mario.
Aw, look at that sweet face.
I don't understand what kind of dipshit wants to be Super Mario on any day that's not Halloween. What the fuck? The only thing more tragic than Adam's hairline is Jody's jawline.
God damn.
That hurts. I was born with this hairline.
He might have been born with that jawline. That's true. Adam, you're such a retard. You call your dog Pie. It's a great name for a chef to call his pet. If he's a chef at a Chinese restaurant. Except they don't call it Pie. They call the dog Mugu Gai Pan.
PJ's triggered.
Subotai, Mongolian Grill and Doggy Daycare.
Puppy bars.
Honey, do you have anything hateful to say about these motherfuckers that implied that possibly Samuel L. Jackson is the legitimate father of our child?
Mm-hmm. I guess we'll find out when the baby's born.
I suppose we'll find out when the baby is born.
Yeah.
Indeed. And now for the love. I'm done saying mean things. I do want to thank you guys for hanging out till 11 o'clock on a Friday night. Thank you guys for coming on my podcast and saying mean things about me. This might be half as good as the UNH sketch comedy troupe kid episode, Man Braid. Yeah. I'm not sure I could end it any better than that. I was thanking you guys all for taking some time tonight to come on my podcast and make it shittier. I really appreciate it. If I publish this episode, I'm sure it'll do like 3 or 4 downloads. I really appreciate you guys.
I love you, babe.
Love you, ding dong.
Love you guys. Oh, shit. This is where we're cutting the episode. Thank you guys for listening, motherfuckers.
Send your dick pics to BickerBots@yahoo.com.
Pump and dump. Yay,
We're
yay.
all friends again, right, everybody? Yay! We're all friends.
Yay,
PJ
yay.
loves Blunt Mommy. Everyone loves Dave.
I know all of you are alcoholics. If you got a drink, cheers.
Cheers, Riley.
You fucking suck.
Here's my empty glass of Diet Coke.
Cheers. Cheers to Jason Alme. Suck a dick, you Steven Seagal looking motherfucker.
I'm gonna go suck a dick, motherfuckers.
Low voice, I was in the crib when my balls dropped. Earthquake when they hit, bro, they split rocks. Now my girl's hotter than that summer asphalt. If she turn me down, God knows that it's her loss.
Thank you for the sticker on the water bottle, Adam.
Love, love.
Yeah, it's filled with your cum.
Hey, I own the monopoly on coming in cups.
What's your number? Baby, what's your name? I'm about to head to my house, you should do the same. I know you like the way I rap, how I spit game. Got you coming bad like I'm crack cocaine.